You'll notice we're not at the base. Base is all the way over there. We're here in this space, and I came back to our roots. I've made a compass here, and we tracked our spawn chunks, which is right here. Right, the spawn point is like right there, As you can see, if I move here, yep, see? It's like right there. The reason I went back here is that we're gonna build our house, our very first house here. I would like to continue using the compass. Finding your way home, I don't want to keep pressing F3. I mean, it is an eyesore to look at, even with the better F3 mod. I don't want to press it, so when we do get an elytra and, we progress in this world, we're gonna want to find our way back home. And the compass is the fastest way to do that. It's the vanilla way to do it, I should say. And I'm thinking to build our first house right here. I've done some conceptualizations in creative mode. I am excited to bring this concept to life. I've been practicing with some Ghibli-inspired houses, and that's what I want to build. Something fantastical, something mythical, and something tall. Because we are, first and foremost, an owl, so building towards the sky sounds really good. I'm a hunter. I'm a silent hunter. I think that hides the adventure and the lore of the world, I guess. I've already gone ahead and I demolished an entire spruce forest, which is why I got all these stacks of wood here. Oh my, it looks like I don't have stone. Yeah, let me get my stone, and then I'll get back to you once I've laid down the foundations and built the initial stilt structure. As you can tell, I've done a little bit of work. By a little bit, I mean a lot. I realized that my initial design required bamboo, so I reached into my bamboo stash. This was just 2 hours ago, I think. Roughly 2 hours ago, I just stuck them in here on this piece of land, 30 of them. And as those grew, I spread them out. And this is like an hour and a half later. All of them have been supplying my bamboo needs for the past, well, since I started building. Now, this is the basic framework that I was talking about. The contrast of the bamboo and the spruce, I think it looks good. It looks fresh. It also doesn't look too blocky, unlike my usual building style, which is a brutalist. A brutalist meaning like raw materials with heavy stone and concrete looking buildings. Now, in my initial design, this was supposed to be diorite, but for some reason I could not find diorite anywhere. You see, usually you should see veins of this. Diorite, andesite, and I don't know the other one. Is it graphite? I don't know. But it's the white and the gray variants of the stone, and I can't find them anymore. I think it's the Terralith mod doing me a solid 0. Okay, I think it removed the andesite generation, and now I don't have access to it. I don't know which biome I have to go to have diorite, so I replaced it with a white variant as well. We're using sandstone right now. This can be replaced, it's fine. But the idea is to elevate everything. Everything will be on stilts, and this is just the base framework. This is the first floor. It's supposed to be walls, right? Usually I would make this walls. But the ingenious idea of just having these trapdoors, it feels so open and traditional, oriental, I should say. It feels so oriental to have these trapdoors as walls. It's like screen doors. So it feels a little Japanese. And I love that. I'm in love with that style. So I'm playing around. This is beyond my comfort zone. I don't usually build like this. Now, something I forgot to do, as you can see here, we're trying to move away from flat. I do not want a flat build. I want it to have lots of protrusions, extrusions, pulls and pushes to have a dynamic look. So this is what it was looking like. It was flat before. Now watch when I replace it with stairs. I haven't based off of my creative mode build yet. I'm going by memory and by feel. Usually the creative process, the build on creative mode comes out different on survival mode. Due to logistics, you know, you can't cheat. You can't give yourself materials. So sometimes the thought process is lost because you have to collect the materials. But just by doing this simple trick here, you will see. It looks a little bit more interesting, doesn't it? There's bevels and it creates depth. That's really nice. I like that. This lower portion can be like a pond or a river. No, not river. Like a water feature that we can do. Or a stable. Anything really. Anything. And the idea is to branch out if necessary or build up. So that's what's going on. That's the mindset behind this build. The stilts will just provide a platform. It's like everything else will be on a flat platform. It's like Skyblock, but on normal survival. Well, on Terralith. So I want to make this look like it's being supported. So we're going to put these logs here. Yeah, maybe across like that. Yep, that'll make it look like it is supported. See, it looks like it's load bearing. I don't know if this was the initial design. Does it look awkward with the three trapdoors here and the three trapdoors here? Yeah. Also, if you don't mind, I've been building this on peaceful mode. I turned it off because I kept dying. As you can see, I'm only level 8. In the previous episodes, I was level 16 or something like that. I think I was approaching level 25, but I kept dying. The creeper holes here, zombies chasing me everywhere, the skeletons and the spiders. Oh my. It was a nightmare. So I had to turn it off. And I think that's fine. I mean, I have the option to turn off things in my world to make it more convenient. I had a stack of oak saplings and planted them everywhere. Just jot, 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 jot. Because I'm going to need a lot of oak after this second level. Now, in here, I think I'm gonna need my ladders. Let me get them. I don't know if I mentioned this before. I am an architecture graduate. Yes. I love design. I love building, and I know a little bit about structural design, right? Usually buildings in real life, they're created with the thickest or the most stable part of the build below. The bottom levels are always bigger. Always big. But Minecraft is a fantasy adventure game. Like, you can suspend your disbelief a little bit. Suspend your belief? Suspend your disbelief. I don't know how it goes, but you can suspend some of the reality, right, of how physics works in the game. This is the thin part of the build, and it's as we go up, the building footprint is gonna get bigger. So it's like a reverse pyramid. Like, imagine that. That seems interesting to me. That like defies visually. It's going to look stunning, but lore-wise, I think it makes sense because we're using light materials. We're not using any stone. I believe this is how I did it, and it's a trick where you can like taper. You can taper it, somewhat taper the portion where the building footprint is gonna go bigger. So, I know I made this really big. So the idea is like a birdhouse. You know how a birdhouse has a hole in the middle, a circle hole in the middle, and then a roof on it, the little house. That's what this is going to look like. But the roof is going to be so big, it can be another 2 easy. 1 or 2 floor. I like making use of the roof. It's not just decorative, it's gonna be part of the floor. But that proportion there, looking at this now, I think 7 high is just right. I might even go higher. 8 blocks high. Let's start with 7 and see how that looks. So last time, I know I make plans for goals for the episode, and haven't even done that yet. But I will in a little bit. But the mining HQ is supposed to be part of that. So worry not. Worry not, folks. We're gonna get to it. I just really have to get this idea out of my head. It has been bugging me. My little bird brain and my little owl brain. Ooh, I wish I could have a friend named Hedwig in here. Why did Hedwig have to die in Harry Potter? Why did Hedwig have to die and sacrifice himself? Or is Hedwig a female owl, an owlet? I don't know. Somebody tell me. Okay, I wish I have an elytra now, but we are not pro gamers. We cannot speedrun this. This build is meant for me. Well, it's meant for the elytra, for elytra type of gameplay. We're gonna be flying around. I want the buildings to be. It's gonna be the highest. This should be the tallest main building, and then I'm just gonna glide through the buildings that I need to go to for certain functions or resources. Well, that's the idea anyway. This is just the base core concept. And, ooh, is it looking nice? Am I satisfied with that? Is that satisfactory to you? I do a pretty good villager, huh? Yeah, the wood and the contrast is just really nice. It's really interesting. But wow, I'm liking where the direction of this. I'm gonna check back with you once I've finished up the walls and maybe set up a framework for the roof. But yeah, take a mental picture because things are gonna change. I noticed that a lot of my videos are titled with 2 projects. It's either tree farm and sawmill, iron armor and wheat farm. Today, because of the scale of this build and just my enthusiasm for this build, I'm gonna give it sole importance. It's just the tree house. Is it the tree house? No, it's like the first ever house on the world. The mining HQ can wait. We just have to finish it up. But look at the progress I've made so far. Oh yeah, I'm proud of this one. I like how it came together. Let me nap for a little bit. I want you to see it in the sunlight in its full glory. So here it is. You'll see here that I added this platform, and I also installed vanilla tweaks to remove ash on the campfires, so it looks a little bit better. Otherwise, it just looks wrong. Now I'm not sure what the concept I'm going for on the top part, but it still looks open and everything. I haven't used glass for windows, although I should to vary this a little bit, because right now that roof's looking a little bland. But I really love the bamboo trapdoors. I just added this in, the stilts on the side, to make it look like it's structural. Now what I want to add is a furnace looking thing here, so that we can have a chimney. Oh, you have to have a chimney. It looks more lived in if there's some smoke coming out of the sides, right? Yes, so that's what I'm gonna add. But I just wanted to show off my progress so far. I'm really excited for this build. This has been on my head for a good few days, and to make it come to reality right here, that feels so good. I can improve this a lot more with some greenery. It needs some life. It needs some life. Some shrubbery, some flowers. And in my previous builds, we always make enclosures for animals. But on this build, I want the animals to be free roaming in there. It's gonna be like a zoo. It's like a sanctuary for every type of mob in the game. Well, friendly mobs. I don't want zombies roaming around my base, but the animal mobs. I want cows and sheep and pigs and rabbits. roaming around here. Don't ask me why I want rabbits. Rabbits are the soul foods of owls. Maybe to make it lore friendly, I could only eat rabbits. That could be a future thing. Yeah, brutal. Owls are carnivores, man. We're a carnivorous bunch, and we love rats and foxes and rabbits. I might have to take these trees down. It's gonna be a nuisance. It disrupts the view. They've supplied everything I need for the core part of the build. Although what I want to do here is take this down just take this up one block. It's too high. I want the light right here, so put this block here. Oh, I don't know about the sandstone. I really want diorite. I never thought I'd say this in my entire life. I hate diorite. I hate andesite. But the color, it is necessary for the purposes right now. Why am I not picking that up? Come on. Why is it not updating? Ow. Let me check that out from below. I think it's going to look more proportional. I am very concerned about proportion. Oh, is it too high? It doesn't really matter. But that is looking proportional, I think. That looks better. Now to keep in theme with this, I believe I have to make that as sandstone walls as well. Yeah. But this is looking great, isn't it? And there you have it, folks. Oh man, that looks alive, doesn't it? Looks like very cottagecore. Let's take a good view of it. Oh, from here it looks like if we can do cinematic like this, like ooh, yeah, that looks really good. Oh yeah. Oh, I had to make it look like it's a fireplace up there. I had to make it look like it's fireproof and everything, so you had to use stone. But oh my gosh, yeah, I did some modifications to the roof trimming, and it looks a little bit better. It's got all those curves, use trapdoors and slabs, and then replace this with sandstone. I think it's looking great. The color combination, the bamboo. Yeah, I love how this turned out. I have to do the interior still, but given my limited time, I'm happy that I accomplished even this. I gathered a lot of materials, and the planning process was, I believe, the most time consuming. No, actually the gathering of the resources was more time consuming. But alongside that was the creative process. But the concept has come together. And this is what it turned out to be. So it's gonna look like a fireplace. I want to replace this with netherrack and light it up. But right for now, I think the campfires are gonna suffice. And actually, it's probably more vanilla than netherrack. It looks good. I might replace it with brick in the future. But I'm glad that this is already done. I can safely say the exterior is done. Still have to do the interiors, like I said. It's going to be like this could be the main sleeping area, and then some crafting materials over here. We can do enchanting up there or basic storage. We can do basic storage and food. And this, you might be wondering what this is. Like I said, this is for an elytra landing pad. So this is where I'm gonna land when I get my elytra. I'm gonna be landing over here and then entering the house that way. And this also acts as a watchtower, where I can scout and snipe the mobs. Now I had to take out the distant horizons mod. That's why the floating islands have disappeared. Oh man, my file size jumped from 60 megabytes to 600 megabytes. It's loading chunks that I don't think even matter. I'm not really concerned about view distance that much. It's alright. It's okay to look into the beyond and not know what's there, right? That's fine. I hope that's fine. So yeah, that's the build. I think you have to see this in orthographic view, so I'm gonna stand right here. Oh yeah. Let me zoom out a little bit. Ooh, yeah. So there's the birdhouse concept coming together. That's it. Yep. That is the base framework, and this is the core concept we're gonna be doing for a lot of the expansions. Let me get my book and quill. Oh man, I almost lost this because I died probably 4 or 5 times in between last episode and this episode. So I'm glad that I was still able to retrieve it. Now, first house is done. Interiors, I might do that off cam or for another episode. I do have time for a mining HQ. We're gonna keep it simple, with the limited time that I have. Let's yeah. This is a promise I made, so let's do it. Now, I made a couple modifications over here. I put a wall around the sawmill, and instead of just the typical walls, cobblestone walls that I do, I played around with a gradient. So there's darker blocks at the bottom, and then it sort of lightens up as it goes up. And it looks great. It looks great from a distance. Yeah, it's looking real worn down, and like it's damp at this place, at this section here. It looks a little bit better. It looks more aesthetic that way than just slapping on some blocks. And now that I'm back at base, there's something I want to update. I watched a few videos just to get some inspiration, and I saw the wheelbarrow thing. This has to go. We're gonna update this thing. And we also need this grindstone. Yes, instead of using trapdoors as the wheel, a wheelbarrow usually has just one wheel. We're gonna scrap this. Take this off. It's gonna look tons better. Oh! That looks more realistic. Yeah. Way better. An updated wheelbarrow. Now let me take you to my digging spot. Now, I know what's below this. It's the cave system we found earlier in the first episode. I had to branch out a little bit on this island, so I dug straight down here. This is where our mining headquarters is going to be. And I strip mined here, got a lot of iron, and that unfortunately goes out to the ocean. As we dig deeper, we find a system of caves as we reach deep slate. So I can continue. I guess we can continue here and still dig down there. But that's the setup right now. I don't need to go any deeper anyway. I'm just concerned about this. So I can turn this into a little mining hub outpost. Super simple. Yeah, just so we can have a place to store all the cobblestone and also have a smelter going on. Let's give this thing some height. I like a high ceiling. So I've been recording this over the course of a few days. I think it's been the third day now. The first day was conceptualization of the house, and then I had to gather the materials on the second day. So it takes a lot. It takes a lot of time to complete a build. It's not even a mega build. It's the very first house that we built. But when there's a concept and there's lore behind it, I feel really motivated to do it. And I'm starting to enjoy Minecraft again. When I record my gameplay, I turn off music down. But on off-cam sessions where I'm only playing by myself and I'm doing all the mundane stuff such as collecting, I turn up music. And the new tracks on Minecraft from the new updates, the stuff I haven't heard before, they're also good. It sets a mood as well. And the original ones by C418, Sweden, Hagstrom, those were awesome too. Those were like core memory type tracks, right? And then, but the new ones, we also have to give credit to the new artists. Man, I love the new tracks, and it fits the theme of Minecraft. Especially after I remember digging this entire hole, collecting a lot of resources here, right? No music, no nothing, no cave music, no nothing. And then as my inventory got full, I go up there and it's sunrise, right? And then the music starts playing. It's like the end of a work day and you get to relax. Wow, I don't know how the game does that. I don't know if it's intentional, but man, the mood, the feeling that you get. That was the first feeling that I got. I was reminded of that feeling when I first played Minecraft. It was a cobblestone house, uglier than this. And I remember putting a sapling down beside the house. And then I did some fishing. That's what I remember. I did some fishing. And then I woke up the next day. Well, no, not wake up. There was no sleeping mechanic yet in Minecraft. I remember working inside the house, the interiors of the house. I just walked outside and the sapling grew. Oh my gosh, this is what saplings do? My mind was blown. Like that in-game ticks make this grow. I don't know why that fascinated me so much. I want to get that feeling back. How I would like to get the feeling of playing Minecraft again for the first time. I couldn't be bothered to gather more materials. So I just came back straight from the spawn chunks with the resources I gathered there. And we're gonna work with these materials. We're gonna see if we can make something aesthetic with just these materials. Sometimes with so much material, you get overwhelmed with the design process and you overthink it. And you can have all these tools, right? You can have all these tools. But if you have no exact vision, all these tools mean nothing. All these materials, these resources mean nothing. So you have to have a vision in mind. Good thing my vision's simple because it requires little materials. Oh, I didn't want to put a door there. What I want is to create the illusion of a big door. So I believe this will do it. Will it? Yep. And then this. No. Come on, man. That's a rookie move. Okay. Will that work? Or do I want it open? I'm not sure yet. But we can make this a little bit... Can add shape to this, yes. Let's do that. I know I'm smelting stone right now. I think spruce will look good. It'll look okay. I wanted like smelted smooth stone. But this probably looks better. Let's do strip. Let's do stripped oak logs. It won't be that visible anyway. Still looks good. And then we put trapdoor here. Huh, that looks way better. Yes. Let me texture this. It's looking a little bland. Like that. Yep. And this. Oldest trick in the book, guys. Yeah. How about this one has a little bit of an indent like that? Yeah. Yep. Something like that. So I take this down. It kind of looks nice. Pure stone. Doesn't look that bad. Okay. Can have like a table here. A table looking thing. Like that. This. And... probably this. Okay. Yeah. And then a campfire right here. It looks like just a pile of logs. Yeah. Oh, put that out. Oh, just a reminder, update fire is turned off. So nothing's gonna burn down. None of our builds are gonna burn down. I'd have to worry about that. Oh, I turned it off because I remember building this beautiful greenhouse with the bees in it. And then a thunderstorm struck and it ruined everything. I had to redo the entire build. And that sucked. I didn't want to experience that again, so that was that. That's the reason why I turned it off. Now for some flooring, I want something different. Ooh, let's make this into spruce. Yes. It's gonna be so that it doesn't cave in. So it looks like it doesn't cave in. There's all these supports that hold this space together. Yes, I like that idea. Okay. Oh. Nice. Okay. And then the floor pattern starts here. There you go. That's that finishes the build. The mining HQ. Do I want trapdoors up there? I would like trapdoors up there. Just as a finishing touch, alright? Just a finishing touch. Bear with me, guys. I want the ceiling to be nice as well. One more finishing touch. So there's two of these. We're gonna go across like this. Yeah, and vary it a little bit. Oh, I need 16 of these. I need 4 more. And we're out of spruce. I can't believe it. Alright. So when we come down here... Oh, isn't that nice? Isn't it nice to see? Oh, wow. I don't usually give importance to builds like this, but that one actually made me happy. That brought a smile to my face. Oh yeah, that is looking fine. Now the mining HQ is done. We can cross that out now. Okay, first house is done. At the exterior, anyway. Mining HQ is done. And that ends our episode. I hope you enjoyed that. I really had a fun time with this episode. Again, I always have fun editing these videos and recording and doing all these builds. So thank you again if you're still watching from episode 1 to now. Oh man, I appreciate you so much. If you give the video a like, that would help me out and reach out to more people so we can inspire them to make birdhouses of their own. I don't think there's anyone who's doing these kinds of styles of builds, so it'll be awesome if we can form a community around that. Thanks again for tuning in. Appreciate you. Bye-bye.